Game number 3 between the Wild West Wombats and the Down South Kangaroos. We are just about to jump into the game here. Here are the champions loading into Summoner's Rift. We got Vladimir in the top lane, a Chippy on that Sejuani in the jungle, Jacku on the Xerath mid lane, Original Sin on the Vayne, and Banana Milk is Joa. Don't know what that means, but on the Thresh for the Wild West Wombats and the Down South Kangaroos, rocking the Pantheon atop, Urgot jungle, Veigar in the mid lane, and Kaisa Morgana bot lane. And now we're seeing the Down South Kangaroos taking a page out of the Wombats book by running that Veigar into the or running that Veigar mid and the Kaisa as well. So taking the later game scaling comp this time around. Vayne obviously scaling well into late. So we'll just kind of have to track those bot lane carries and see which of these junglers is able to get those carries ahead. But then we take a look up at the top side of the map and we see the very early game Pantheon with really strong gank assist and the ability to make plays around the map with the Grand Skyfall into that Vladimir, who's going to be a little bit weaker early, needs some cooldown reduction to kind of stay relevant in lane. But as this game goes on, he should get a few items and start to log in. And he has a good pickup in the rune tree, the inspiration rune tree, with the stopwatch once we hit that 10-minute mark. So we see a normal start here between both junglers. Sejuani on the bottom side, grabbing her red, getting a leash. Urgot in that top side, or on the bottom side as well, on the top side of the map. Grabbing that blue buff. Kaisa doing a good job pushing this wave out early. Trying to get that level 2 advantage. Both of these teams really strong. Both of these bot lanes have a decent all-in here at level 2. A little bit of technical difficulties there. Not sure what that was. We see the death sentence coming out. Not going to find its target. Thresh was hoping that minion would go down. Trying to thread the needle there. Pantheon, a really strong pick into the Vladimir early. But once we start getting into that late game content and the late game team fighting. Oh, both of these bot lanes hit level 2. And now they're looking for blood. The Black Shield coming out. The heal from the Vayne kind of early there to keep Thresh alive. So now they will not have that heal on the bottom side of the map. No summoners blown for the Down South Kangaroos. And just as I was speaking about Pantheon being a little bit dangerous on the top side, we see Thresh flash in. The death sentence not going to find its mark. The flash ignite from the Thresh there, playing very, very aggressive, trying to take control on this bottom side of the map, but still no summoners blown for the Down South Kangaroos. So the Wombats have to be very careful here. Vayne tumbles forward, trying to get a little bit of poke damage down, and doing a good job of that. Kaisa having to back off here. Now Vayne getting herself an early CS lead. Death sentence coming out, not going to find its mark. Morgana, a great pick into that Thresh. Just a solid pick as a support in general. The combo coming out from Xerath, doing a nice little chunk of damage. Xerath strong in the late game, but he is no Veigar. Unfortunately, Veigar just does have that point and click ability to just delete anybody. He's also running that Dark Harvest, so they have to be careful there. Now we see Urgot make his way into the mid lane, gets the dash forward, trying to get the damage down onto the Xerath. Another auto attack. Ignite is ticking. Will it do it? It will not. Veigar takes a turret shot, but the Q from Xerath and the Comet not going to be enough. Both summoners blown by both mid laners, so they will be very susceptible to ganks. Xerath obviously having the stun in his E, and Veigar having the stun in his E as well with the Event Horizon. Should be able to try and keep themselves safe from these ganks. And now we see Urgot roaming down on the bottom side of the map. No vision here. Tries to engage there onto the Thresh. He flashes and gets the knockback here. Thresh surely will fall. First blood going over to that Urgot, but they want more. The fancy footwork coming out from that Vayne there to dodge the Dark Binding will keep her safe. But first blood going over to the Down South Kangaroos on that Urgot. And now we see Vladimir just trying to play safe in that lane. Sejuani going to come down, make sure nobody's doing anything crazy here. Snag up some XP from the wave, and now she's actually trying to run down this Kai'Sa here. The spell shield is on. The heal coming out, flash forward from Vayne, and the flash away from the Kai'Sa. Condemn into the wall will do it. The Triumph will heal her up, but an auto attack takes down that Vayne. So a 2-for-1 overall on the bottom side of this map, but Vayne getting a kill for herself. That is a very, very big kill. And now she has those completed Zerker Greaves. Going for a little bit of mobility here. She gets some attack speed, some mobility. Maybe able to sidestep those skill shots a little bit easier. Try and outrun this Kai'Sa. And this Urgot as well. But Urgot having no flash. And she loses a little bit of pressure on those ganks. Not able to flash forward and get the toss back. He is also running that Conqueror, a very strong rune on that Urgot right now. Vladimir is level 6, looking for the damage down onto Pantheon. The Hemoplague coming out, not going to be enough. He uses the Sanguine Pool, but the Ignite ticks down. And Pantheon able to pick that up as Vladimir leaves the Sanguine Pool. Now we see the Kindle Gem coming in. A couple of potions now. The Event Horizon onto Xerath. He has to be very careful here. Urgot does still have his dash. He does not hit it. And now Xerath looking for the execute onto the Vygar. Does not find it, but Chippy is here going to dash forward. Fear Beyond Death used on that Sejuani, but not going to be taken low enough to follow up. Sejuani able to walk away from that one, but now 2-0 is that Urgot in a lane where Xerath is doing a very good job. And just the synergy between Vygar and Urgot alone. I was just talking about how Urgot didn't have his flash for those engages, but it doesn't matter. Vygar doesn't even have to hit his stun. Just as long as he traps you in that cage of the Event Horizon, Urgot's able to just run into the lane and then still able to land his CC if need be at that point. So very strong synergy between these two champions. And they are making the best of it. But Sejuani doing her best to make plays around the map as well. She's just a few steps behind this Urgot. Urgot ganks bot lane, then Sejuani shows up. Urgot ganks mid lane, then Sejuani shows up. And just not able to be there at the right time, just at the perfect time to try and shut this Urgot down. But now Urgot going to start up this dragon here. Should be an easy take for him. A Mountain Drake, a very strong early dragon. Sejuani does spot it out with the control ward here. Gonna force Urgot off, and Xerath might be in a bad spot now. He is stuck in the Event Horizon. A lot of damage now coming down onto that Vygar, sitting right around half HP. But he's just gonna walk away from this one. Xerath looking for a little bit of poke, but on the top side of the map, Pantheon goes down. Urgot gonna start up that dragon again, but Xerath trying to find the kill. Does he have the damage? Yes, he does on that Vygar. And now a kill maybe being traded on the bottom side of the map. Kai'Sa goes down. Vayne looking for another one, but Urgot is here. The Fear Beyond Death is on cooldown. Thresh have to flash away from that one. Vayne walking away here. Sejuani is in lane, but she is not level 6 yet. The Death Sentence comes out, finds Urgot, and a shutdown going over to that Vayne. Absolutely huge. 3-1-0 is that Vayne. And now they've got their eyes. The Wild West Wombats have their eyes set on that dragon. All of that fighting finally coming down to Chippy and the gang. Able to pick up the Mountain Drake for themselves here. And just as I was saying, Chippy not able to do enough or not be there in time, he shows up with perfect timing on the bottom side of the map. And now Vygar caught up by the Death Sentence here. He does have the Event Horizon, but nobody's going to be caught up. Actually, he catches 2 in it. The ultimate comes out, but not going to find a kill. So Thresh picks up the kill onto Vygar, and the dragon going over to the Wild West Wombats. And now I said the Event Horizon didn't catch anybody. It did. It caught the Thresh, it caught the Sejuani, but it didn't catch the important Vayne. She was still ulted and still able to get those tumbles and the auto attack damage off. And ultimately, that is what led to Vygar's demise. Now we take a look at these champions across the board. We see Pantheon doing exactly what we said Pantheon would do in this early game, bullying this Vladimir, getting himself a slight CS lead and a couple of kills. Now Vygar a little bit down on the Urgot. Urgot's clear time is very quick, so that is to be expected in this lane. But Sejuani's still in this game as far as kill participation goes. She is 1-0-3, and she's going to make her way back into her jungle and just start farming up. She's going to, again, need to be a little bit more proactive or just try and match this Urgot a little bit better. But now we see Urgot moving into the top lane. They have a lot of CC between the two here. Vladimir uses the Sanguine Pool, trying to get away. The knock back into 2. The Fear Beyond Death coming out, and that is going to be it. Vladimir goes down to this Urgot, who is now 3-1-0. Very big Urgot in the jungle. And this may also be the Rift Herald. Meanwhile, mid lane, Xerath having a 30 CS lead over this Veigar. So they're able to kind of set this Veigar back. Any of these late game carries, the last thing you want to let them do is get an early game lead, because then that lead just grows even further in the late game to unbearable amounts. Although this Xerath will be doing a lot of damage himself. They'll have a lot of poke damage. Xerath able to stay back line. Use the Q, use the E, the long range stun. The ultimate to tack on any extra damage. Now Rift Herald is going over to that Urgot. We'll have to see where he places that down. Plates are going down in the top side. Pantheon doing well for himself in that regard. 3 plates down now. Has to flash away here. Chippy uses the Glacial Prison. He is going to go in on the Pantheon here. Pantheon does have his passive, so he'll be able to block an auto attack. There it is. The Hemoplague is down. Will it be enough damage between the two? And that is going to be the kill and the shutdown going over to that Vladimir. A huge gank there by Chippy to be there. And now we see the Condemn into the wall. Stunned up. Is this Morgana? Thresh picks up another kill. And now the death sentence onto that Kai'Sa. She has to flash away. The box is out. Does not find his target. The heal coming out. And here is Urgot. He does not have that Fear Beyond Death. But a lot of damage now onto that Vayne. The Lantern comes out for the shield. And they get out safely. Urgot not able to find anything there. But Vayne picking up another kill. Or I'm sorry, that bot lane picking up another kill. That kill actually went over to Thresh. So Vayne picking up another assist for himself or herself in that bottom lane. Now working closer and closer to having that finished Rage Blade. Blade going to be shoved into the turret, and Rift Herald going to be dropped down here. There are 5 plates to be taken. Vayne tries to go in with the Condemn. She uses her flash, but it's not enough. She dies for free there. The kill going over to Kai'Sa. A shutdown at that. Now the hook onto Urgot here. Maybe get him into turret range. The Fear Beyond Death is onto this Thresh, but it's not going to be enough. He's not taken low enough. Not able to finish that execute. Now they're trying to stop Shelly here. Dark Binding coming out from Morgana, but Xerath is doing a lot of damage. They have to be careful. Now Sejuani in the mid lane trying to stop the plates from going down here. The double stun coming out. Now Pantheon behind with the Grand Skyfall. Here comes the teleport from the Vladimir, trying to turn this around. Vladimir might be in a bad spot here, stuck in the middle of 2. He actually gets caught in the Event Horizon there. Still has that Sanguine Pool. Looks for the damage now onto Pantheon. The kill actually going over to Xerath on the Veigar. Not able to get away from that one, and Pantheon goes down. A beautiful roam up from the bottom lane is that Xerath and that Thresh. They're able to save that turret on the bottom side of the map and then roam up and turn that 2v2 into a 2v4. Xerath picks up a kill for himself with the ultimate, just as Veigar thought he may be getting away. Vladimir gets another kill for himself, and that is going to be scary leading into this late game. Vladimir now started to get back into this game. Pantheon did a great job shutting him down in lane, but as he's been moving around, he's picked up a few kills for himself. He's not too far behind in CS, and that is going to be a scary top laner once we get to the later parts of this game. Now we see the Void Seeker coming out onto that Vayne. Killer Instinct is available. I said not going to go too far forward. No vision on that Thresh or that Sejuani. And now Dragon coming up in just under 20 seconds. The Grand Skyfall from Pantheon. Exactly what we were talking about. Could have put Vladimir in a terrible spot. The Event Horizon just stuck in the middle of 2. But Veigar was actually taken too low, not able to do anything on the back end of that fight, which just allowed Vladimir to walk away from that one. And now Morgana is caught out. She uses the stopwatch here, but it might not be enough. She flashes away, trying to stay alive. Not going to be enough there. Xerath picked up the kill onto Veigar in that Dragon Pit. Now Kai'Sa trying to trade back the damage. But again, it's just too much. This Vayne is just too far ahead. 4-2-4 is this Vayne. 4-1-4 is this Thresh. This bot lane is absolutely nuclear. And the Dragon going over to Chippy and the Wild West Wombats. Now Vladimir, low health under this turret. The Electrocute and a combo from this Pantheon would surely be enough to kill. Tanks on that turret. So now Pantheon has to be careful here, going for a turret dive. because he does not have that passive. Oh, there it is. It is back up. Allow him to tank one shot. Will it be enough? The Sanguine Pool coming out. Vladimir might be able to pick this one up, and he does. A killing spree on that Vladimir. What a beautiful outplay there. And on the bottom side of that map, the first turret going down for the Wild West Wombats. Now a 5,000 gold lead 15 minutes into this game. Turret plating has fallen, and contrary to popular belief, or what you would have thought, the Wild West Wombats actually able to get the gold lead here when so much seemed in favor of the down south Kangaroos. But now Urgot gets the shutdown onto Vladimir. Not able to get away, but Urgot does not have his ultimate. The slow coming out. Now Thresh maybe looking for the death sentence. He does find it, but he's under turret. Will they go for it? A little bit of poke damage coming out from the Xerath. But another great roam from this bottom, this support and mid lane. Now Pantheon Grand Skyfall behind the Vayne in the mid lane. She is a level down. She has to be careful. She uses the ultimate invisible in the tumble. The ignite comes out, condemn against the wall, and that is going to be it. Another auto attack is enough. That sentence just missing the mark on Vigar, but this Vayne absolutely huge there. Thresh comes in with the shield. The ultimate out from Vigar, not going to be enough, but he also dropped the flash ignite. Vayne goes down. Vigar picks a killer for himself. He resets that gold. The death sentence comes out. Not going to find its mark. A little bit of damage. Got the glacial prison underneath the turret. Sejuani should have enough. Actually, it's going to be Xerath. And now we see two members roaming up the bot lane from the down south Kangaroos, looking for a fight here, but it is a 3v2. Xerath doesn't find his target there, but he gets the stun onto Morgana. Morgana drops the soul shackles, but it's not going to be enough. Thresh getting dangerously low here. The Acathian Rain going to be enough to pick that up, and that is a 700 gold shutdown over to that Kaisa. She's able to walk away from this fight now, but Xerath ultimate is going to pick her up. A double kill for that Xerath in this fight, and now Urgot is just too far forward. 4-4-1 is this Vladimir. Absolutely huge. A great job by this Vladimir to lose lane passively, not get too far behind, and then make plays around the map to even the odds here. Xerath absolutely huge in these fights as well, just staying in that back line and poking everybody down. The only magic resistance on that team right now is Merc Treads on the Pantheon. We see the Merc Treads slowly being built by this Urgot, but it may just be a little too late. 6-1-4 with the Luden's Echo and the Sork Shoes. This Xerath is absolutely huge. And we see almost a 6,000 gold lead. Xerath actually about to kill this Morgana here. She is sitting dangerously low, still stepping up on this turret. Vladimir just going to tank the turret up and get the kill there. Voidseeker coming out. Kaisa, nobody there to help her if she takes that killer instinct onto the Vladimir, so just going to walk away from that one. And Xerath just doing what Xerath does best, looking for the poke here and chunking everybody down before these team fights, and that's absolutely huge. And if we take a look, we see almost 3,000 gold, 2,500 gold on that Xerath over the Vigar. That mid lane mismatch is absolutely insane. And then we see 1,000 gold on that Vayne over the Kaisa. 5-3-5 is that Vayne. He does have a 30 CS lead, but now we see Vigar maybe in a bad spot here. Caught in the middle of two. The event horizon comes down, but it's not going to be enough. A couple auto attacks will do it. Vayne picks that one up. And now a 2v2. Morgana and Kaisa are sitting in the wakes here. But it looks like Vayne just wants this blue buff. They might take this and get on out. The death sentence actually going to find its mark at the flay over the wall, and Vayne gets another kill. Kaisa underneath the turret, not helping that Morgana out, but it would just have meant her death as well, as Sejuani was waiting in the wakes, making her way up. Now 1-0-9 is that Sejuani. Chippy absolutely nuts. We're talking about his early game and really just a step behind this Urgot the entire game, but now absolutely huge. Going to be a big front line. And we see a death sentence come out. Not going to find anybody in the glacial prison onto that Urgot. Urgot having to dash away here, keeping himself safe. The event horizon doing a good job there of zoning out the enemy team, keeping them from diving that turret. But Xerath is just going to keep looking for this poke damage. And in the meantime, Vladimir just going to take top lane. He's just going to do whatever he wants here. Pantheon doesn't have the teleport, and Vlad does. So if Pantheon decides to match him, Vladimir can just teleport into these fights. Now a lot of damage coming out from this Morgana. Thresh goes in, but the ultimate will finish her off. Jakku is godlike. Now he's looking for the kill onto this Kaisa, and he finds the double kill. Kaisa not able to walk away from that one. Death sentence only going to find a minion, not going to find the Vigar. Now we see the top laners fighting. underneath that tier 2. A lot of damage onto this Vigard, and he's going to get deleted. One auto attack will be enough from that Vayne. And now Urgot in a very bad spot. Death Sentence comes out and a double kill. One for Xerath, one for Vayne. A double kill in that bottom lane fight. Pantheon had to leave that fight and go topside and get absolutely nothing for it. And as Pantheon leaves, all 4 members of the Down South Kangaroos end up dying underneath that tier 2. This Thresh is insane. These death sentences are so crucial in these fights, and he's just hitting these priority targets. Now we see the stun coming out of that Vayne. Shutdown going over to the Pantheon. Kai'Sa may be a little bit deep here. She's looking for the kill onto that Xerath. Now Vladimir is here to help his team out. A lot of damage coming out. Xerath picks up one. Vladimir picks up another. Pantheon stuck in the middle of 2. But Vigard going to get a trade kill back for himself in the event horizon. And it looks like the Wild West Wombats just going to walk away from this one. But overall, a 2 for 2 at the end there and a 4 for 0 just previous. But the Fear Beyond Death going to find its mark on that Xerath. He was trying to clear those wards, but Urgot wasn't having any of that, and a 1,000 gold shutdown in the pocket of Shiro on that Urgot. A huge shutdown on the Xerath, and maybe a swing in momentum. Ocean Drake is available. And right now, Urgot, the only member from the Down South Kangaroos looking for this, but he's going to grab this Scuttle Crab. At least keep vision, and if a fight is to break out, they will have that extra movement speed. Vayne actually hops over the wall, and she might look to solo this out. Sejuani making her way up as well. Now, Urgot getting a huge shutdown on that Xerath, going to put him back on the map here. Sejuani and Vayne able to shut down or take that dragon. And now 4 members pushing into that middle lane. The Glacial Prison coming out onto Kai'Sa, finds its mark. The Black Shield not going to be quick enough. Kai'Sa able to get away from that one, but Vayne wants blood here. She dashes forward. The flash coming out from Morgana. Now the event horizon only locks up that Sejuani, but not going to find the stun. It does find a stun onto Vayne. A lot of damage coming out to Vayne. Vigard does still have his ultimate. Morgana's still alive, but she will go down, and so will the Vayne. Urgot picks for the kill onto Vladimir, trying to come in on the flank, but Sejuani and Thresh are doing the most here. Man mode. Here comes the Pantheon, looking for something on the back end of this. Now 3 are dead on the side of the Down South Kangaroos. The ultimate comes out, trying to find Kai'Sa, and a double kill for that Xerath. He is absolutely huge in these fights. He was able to kill Urgot on the back of the kill on Vladimir, and picks up the double kill onto Kai'Sa. Now Pantheon, the only one alive. Morgana coming up here in 1 second. Going to be running out of the base, so they may not be able to find much here, but the stun comes out. Xerath, a lot of poke damage onto this Pantheon, and now he's just under half HP. He has to be careful here. Xerath can delete him off of this Summoner's Rift, but they are just going to back up, reset here, and look to team fight and live to die another day. 1-0-16 is this Sejuani. Absolutely insane in these team fights. A Glacial Prison, although they didn't get the kill onto Kai'Sa, it relieves so much pressure because Kai'Sa has to use her summoner spells and then doesn't have them, so she can't play as aggressive as she wants. She can't use the Killer Instinct to get deep into these fights or anything like that, so this Sejuani absolutely huge here. Now Vigard caught out the Death Sentence. The Void Seeker going to find its mark on Vayne, but Kai'Sa not going to use the Killer Instinct there, and Baron is on the map. 23 minutes in, they're looking to take this Baron. It is warded. Urgot does not have flash, and the Blast Cone is down, so he's going to have to run around the long way. But this Mountain Drake and this Vayne are absolutely huge here. Baron sitting down underneath 1,000 health. Baron going over to the Wild West Wombats. And now they want more. The ult from Vayne coming in. The Tumble's trying to close the distance here. She does walk into that Urgot. Fear Beyond Death. Not going to be used. But Vayne is going to go down. Xerath just standing on the outside doing an insane amount of damage. The double kill for that Xerath. That is his 3rd double kill this game. Fear Beyond Death not going to find the kill onto Sejuani. And on the bottom side of the map, Vladimir is just doing whatever he wants here. He's so close to finishing that Rabadon's death cap. And at that point, he's going to be unmatched. Now 4 members alive. Trying to take this mid lane. Inhib turret now. Thresh goes in. The Event Horizon going to get the stun onto 2. Vigard ultimate comes out. Not going to find the kill, but Kai'Sa will finish him off. Sejuani on the bottom side of the map trying to take this Inhib as the Inhib turret goes down mid. Morgana and Vigard trying their best to fight this off here. Sejuani might just sacrifice herself. The perfect record may be done here, but it is for the greater good. Chippy actually still sitting around half health here. We see the teleport coming in. Vladimir drops the Hemo Plague onto 3. Kaisa gonna fall here. Actually is shielded up by that Killer Instinct and going to stay alive there. Vladimir teleports in just to suicide. Now 2 dead, 3 dead actually on the side of the Wild West Wombats. Which means Baron now only maybe on 1 member here. Fear Beyond Death coming out onto that Vayne. Not going to find the kill here. They couldn't get the execute damage. Xerath flashes forward and picks up the kill onto Urgot. This Xerath is, I can't say it enough, he's absolutely huge and he's doing just whatever he wants. Flashing forward, picking up kills. He's the only member alive now with Baron. So he has to be careful now. Here comes the Grand Skyfall coming down on the middle of everybody. Xerath picks up the kill onto Vigard. Now they condemn into the wall on Pantheon. Pantheon using the Yomos, but can't get away. A double kill going over to Vayne. The Xerath ult coming out, and it's just so much damage onto this Kaisa. The ace going over to the Wild West Wombats, and that could be the game. 15 seconds still here on this Urgot. They've got super minions pushing in, but that is going to be the surrender vote. And the Wild West Wombats take game 3 in dominant fashion there. They have the late game carries. The Xerath just absolutely huge. GG's Wild West Wombats. And congratulations on the 2-1 match victory.